Hi, this is Mohan Golap, Assistant Professor, Department of CSE, HSIT, Nidsoshi. Today we'll see an experiment number 5 of the System Software and Operating Systems Laboratory. The aim of this experiment is design, develop and implement a C or Java program to generate the machine code using triples for the statement A equal to minus B multiplied by C plus D, whose intermediate code in 3 address form is as follows. So T1 equal to minus B, T2 equal to C plus D, T3 equal to T1 into T2 and A equal to T3. So here you have to write a program in C or Java to generate a machine code in the triples format. The triple format means every instruction will be having 3 fields, the operator and 2 operands. So here given an intermediate code and you have to convert this intermediate code into a machine code using a program. So here we will consider a C program to convert this intermediate code into the machine code. So before that, let us see how this intermediate code can be converted into the machine code manually, and after this we will see how to write a C program for this. So the explanation for this is, so let us see how these statements can be converted into the machine code. So already you might be aware of the machine code, you might have studied in the microprocessor subject. So how exactly the machine instructions will be written. So as we saw, machine instruction should be in the triples format. So every instruction will be having the 3 fields in this way. So let us see how this intermediate code lines will be converted into the machine code lines. So let us consider these lines one by one. So we will start with the first line, that is T1 equal to minus B. So here T1 equal to minus B. So this minus B is an operand and T1 is a temporary variable. So first we have to load this minus B into a register, that is R0. So for that we write an instruction, that is move R0 comma minus B. This will load the content of this minus B into the register R0. So after this we have to move the content of this R0 to the temporary variable T1 by using this move. So move T1 comma R0 will move the content of this R0 into T1. So as a result, the content of minus B will be moved to the temporary variable T1 in this way. So this is first line. We will consider the second line, that is T2 equal to C plus D. So here T2 equal to C plus D. So again first we have to load this C into the register R0 by using this move, that is move R0 comma C. So now R0 contains C and here we have to add C and D. So that's why here presently R0 contains C. So we'll use the add mnemonic to add the content of C and D. So we write add R0 comma D. So as we know this R0 contains C, so it will add the content of R0, that is C, and D. The result will be present in R0. So here the result of C plus D should be assigned to T2. So that's why here the result is present is R0. So by using this move instruction, we'll move the content of R0 to the temporary variable T2. So in this way, the second line can also be converted into the machine code. So in this same way, the third and fourth lines will also be converted into the machine code as follows. So the third line is T1 equal to T1 into T2. So this T1 and T2 both are the temporary variables. T3 is also temporary variable. So here first we'll load this T1 into the register R0 by using this move instruction, and here the operator to be performed is multiplication. So we use the instruction mul followed by R0 comma T2. So again this R0 means this is T1. So this will be multiplied by T2 and the result will be present in R0. So again this result should be stored into the temporary variable t3. So for that we use this instruction move r t3 comma r0. So r0 is moved to t3. So the last instruction is a equal to t3. This is assignment. So again we load the r0 with the value of temporary variable t3 by using this move, and after that we'll move the content of register r0 into the variable. So in this way we can convert an intermediate code into the machine instruction. So here you have to, here we saw how we can convert the intermediate code into the machine code manually, but now we have to write a C program to do this automatically. So let us see how we can write a C program for this. Okay, so this is the C program for the same. So here you can observe we have used the three header files here: stdio.h, stdlib.h and ctype.h. So after that here these are the global variables declaration. So char op of 2, argument 1 of 5, argument 2 of 5 and result of 5. So this represent op operator, argument 1 and argument 2 are the operands, and this result array is to store the result. So this is the main function. So here we will be using the files concept. So we will declare the two file pointer variables, that is star fp1 and star fp2 of type file. These are file handlers. So here first we'll open a text file, that is input.txt in read mode by using the function fopen. So when this function is able to open this file successfully, so its file pointer will be stored into the variable fp1. So here as you can see, the input for this program is a file, that is input.txt. So in this file we have to store the intermediate code. So let us see what is the content of this file. So we'll open that input.txt. Here you can clearly observe there is only one file with the extension .txt, that is input.txt. So let us open this. So this is the content of this input.txt file. So this contains the intermediate code. So t1 minus b equal to question mark, t2 c plus d, t3 t1 into t2 a, t3 equal to question mark. So this is the input for your program. Okay. So once it opens the input.txt in read mode, so it will open one more file, that is output.txt in write mode, and its handler will be stored into the variable, that is fp2. So we have seen that there exists only one .txt file, that is input.txt, means this fopen function is going to create a new empty file output.txt in the write mode. So here this program is going to read the content of this input.txt, that is intermediate code. It will convert that into the machine code, and that will be stored into the output.txt. So that's why the output of this program will be present in the file output.txt. So next we'll see how to convert an intermediate code into the machine code. So we'll use this while loop while the end of file of fp1, because fp1 is nothing but a input.txt file which you have to read. So we read the one line at a time by using this fscanf function, that is fp1, and here we have to read the four arguments, that is %s, 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 %s. That is the first one is read into the variable result, second into the argument 1, third into the op, that is operator, and fourth into the argument 2. Now we have to check which operator is present as a operation to be performed. So here will compare, we use the string compare function to check what is the value of this OP. So here we'll check whether the string compare of OP comma plus is equal to 0. If OP ends are same, then it will return 0. So if this is the case, so we have to perform the addition operation. So for that, so we'll perform the addition operation in this way. We use the fprintf, so that this particular instruction will be written into the file, that is fp2, which is output.txt. So the first instruction is move r0 comma %s. %s is nothing but the argument 1. So this argument 1 is loaded into the r0. So this is similar to the instructions which we have seen. It is like t1. So after that we have to add the second argument into the first argument. So for that we write the same instruction with add r0 comma %s. So this %s is replaced with argument 2. So initially argument 1 is already loaded into this r0. So add r0 comma argument 2 is like r0 add argument 1 comma argument 2. So after that the result is present in r0. So again we move that result r0 to the variable result, that is move %s comma r0. So similarly this is the case for the plus operator. So similarly we'll go on continuing the same for the different operators. So if the operator is star, so again this line is same, that is we have to move the argument 1 in r0. So as this is star, we have to use the multiplication mnemonic here, that is mul, and after that the result is stored back to the result. So similarly for minus, that is subtraction, the first line is same, and the second one is we have to use the subtraction mnemonic, and after that the result is again stored back to result. So after that the operator is slash, that is division operation. The first line is same, the second division r0 comma %s, and again the result is stored back to move. Now the last operation is assignment. We have to assign the right side value to the left side variable. So for that we use move r0 comma %s, that is argument 1. The right side value is loaded into the register r0, which is moved to the %s, that is result. So in this way we write a program to convert an intermediate code into the machine code. So at the end we close both the file pointers fp1 and ft2. So now let us execute this program. So we'll execute this program now and we'll see the result. So here we don't have anything to be displayed, so it will display the blank screen. Now the output, for output we have to open the output.txt file. So previously I shown you that there was only one .txt file, that is input.txt, but now you can see there exists one more new file, that is output.txt. Now let us open this output.txt and to read the content of this. So clearly you can observe, so whatever the intermediate code is there, so corresponding to that the machine code is generated here. So initially -b is loaded into register r0 and r0 is assigned to loaded into t1. It is like t1 equal to -b. So after that we have loaded c into r0, and after that the add r0 comma d. This is like c plus d. So that result is stored into t2. So it is t2 equal to c plus d. So initially whatever the code we saw, where we converted the intermediate code manually, so that code and this code is going to match. So in this way we are going to convert an intermediate code into the machine code using a C program.